All right, friends, so today we're digging into what every type of content across any platform has that will help it convert. Because the fact of the matter is, as business owners, we have to create content. It's part of life, part of marketing. I think it's fun. But if you don't have these elements in your content, then you're not going to be converting. You're not going to be selling the way that you want to sell to have dollars to pay your bills, and so that you can actually help those people who purchase your product. So I'm breaking down 7 elements that every content needs to have regardless of the platform in order to convert. So bust out that pen and paper or the notes app on your phone and get ready to take notes, and just use this as a simple free checklist for all of your content that you create forever. Hey there, fellow entrepreneur. Welcome to Simple SEO and Marketing. Do you want to grow your business with sustainable traffic sources? Have you heard about the power of search engine optimization and you want to take advantage of it to get more traffic, more eyeballs on your business? But when it comes down to it, does SEO feel complicated and hard to implement? Are you tired of wondering what in the heck to do with your website to get more traffic and more leads knocking on your door? What if I could tell you that there was a simple, proven system for using SEO, blogging, and copywriting to get leads from your website, and not just any leads, high converting leads. Hey, I'm Faith Hannon, wife, mama, copywriter, SEO strategist, and barrel racer. And for the last 8 years, I've been figuring out what works and what doesn't work in the world of online marketing to get organic traffic. And now I'm here to share all the things I'm learning in the trenches of SEO, copywriting, and content marketing. How does 300%, 500%, or even 12,000% more traffic in a year sound? What could your business do with that kind of traffic increase? How many more people could you help? So listen in and prepare to take notes. I'm about to drop simple, actionable SEO marketing and copywriting tips, all with a heavy dose of Jesus-loving encouragement. Let's get you more traffic and more leads so you can help more people with your God-given gifts. Okay, so I wanted to make this particular episode about highly converting content in general, because I feel like a lot of people are like, well, I don't have time to blog, or my blog doesn't need to convert, or blah, 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 blah. All lies. However, your content in any form needs to be converting because you're putting time into it, you're putting effort into it, you're putting money into it. It needs to convert. And I see so much content out there on the interwebs, whether it is on YouTube or social media or blogs, that is well-meaning, right? It's written by people who care about their audience, but it's not written in a way that converts, okay? And ultimately, if you're going to help somebody with what you do, what you sell, they need to convert. Even if you're just giving away everything in your life for free, right? They still need to take action on what you're saying. So, not having these elements in your content is holding you back from converting, and I want to help you, okay? Now, I also have a little bit of a unique perspective here because I help business owners create content. Part of my business here is we have a content marketing part of our business. We have a copywriting part where we will help you write your website copy to convert from your homepage and all that, like sales copy conversion. We got you there, but also the regular content cadence, your blogs, your emails, your social media content. That's something that we do inside of my business for clients. And so we have like an inside view on lots of different businesses because we are actively creating content for more than just me, right? So I've got a lot of testers and feelers out there seeing what works and what doesn't work. And just because of how my brain works, I literally look at everything from how is that communicating perspective. Like literally just the other day, I was at a barrel race, I saw an ad, and I was like, I have no idea what this is for. I should call up that guy and be like, you need to change your copy on this ad. I didn't, but I might. Anyway, so know that these 7 things that I'm going to walk you through, they apply to any piece of content, whether it's your social media, your email, your blog, your YouTube, your podcast, whatever it is. If your content doesn't have these 7 elements, you're missing out on sales. Okay. So what is element number 1? You got to have a good hook or a good title, right? Depending on the platform. If it's a blog, you need a really great title. If it's Instagram, you need a really great hook. If it's YouTube, you need a really great thumbnail and title. Like, you gotta have a good hook because you have to get people interested in consuming that content. And I feel like a lot of people talk about hooks. It's something that a lot of business owners are aware of when they're creating content, but I want you to think about it from maybe a little bit different perspective, because a lot of those, good hook, good title tips, they feel really spammy. And we have all clicked on things that were just literal clickbait, right? And then we read it, we open it, we watch, and we're like, gosh, dang it, that was a waste of my time. Those people are liar, liar, pants on fire. That's not what this thing was about, right? We don't want to do that. We need a good hook that is also true. And when you are creating your content, when you're outlining your content, is a great time to actually think through, how am I going to catch somebody's attention, make them stop the scroll, make them click off of the search engine onto my content? What is a good hook for this? I actually like to brainstorm more than one hook for a lot of my content, because I feel like your first idea is not always your best idea, okay? All right, the number two thing that every great piece of content has is a clear thesis. A say one stinking thing, okay? Your thesis is the backbone of your argument. It is the main thing that you're gonna say. You should be able to sum up the entirety of your content in one sentence. If you cannot, then your audience definitely cannot. And we all are inundated with so much content every day, all day, that if your content is not memorable and summarizable, just made that up, I know. If your content can't be clearly summarized into one sentence, then you're going to be losing so many leads because they're just forgetting you, okay? So in your content creation process, you have to have a clear thesis, a clear say one stinking thing, just a sentence that is your guiding light for creating that piece of content. Number 3, do you clearly answer the question that your viewer, reader, or listener was hoping to have answered in that piece of content? Y'all, they clicked over there for a reason, right? The hook snagged them. You got their attention, something. Did you clearly answer the question that they were hoping to have answered? Okay. Now, again, back to that terrible clickbait example. Nobody wants to purchase something from somebody that they consistently get clickbaited from, right? We're not in the business of scamming. We're in the business of helping people, okay? We being you and me, right? You need to answer the question that they were hoping to find the answer to within your content, okay? And the number 4 element is brevity. Y'all, if you can answer the question in 10 words, don't take 20 to do it. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time to listen to a hour-long conversation when you could answer the question in 5 minutes, okay? Get to the rat killing, be brief, be concise, be clear. You don't have to be mean, but if you can answer that dang question in 10 words, then do it. Okay? Okay. All right, and the number 5 element that all highly converting content needs to have is this. Is it genuinely helpful? Do you solve the problem? Now, this can kind of go hand in hand with number 3, but hear me out. They're a little bit different, because you can answer the question, what is plantar fasciitis? But if you sell shoes that solve that problem, then you need to actually solve the problem within your content, okay? Is it helpful? Do you help them learn? Do you persuade them? Do you solve the problem that they're hoping to have solved? Now, a lot of times people, clients and students, they'll be like, well, my ideal client, they actually need help with their mindset around their time, way more so than their actual time management. And I'm like, I hear you. But they think that they need help with their time management, not just their mindset around their time, right? So you need to help solve the problem that they think they have, even if it's a deeper problem, and then you can go solve the deeper problem. Because if you advertise, I'm going to help you with time management, and then all you talk about is your mindset, and they're too busy, they're gone. Okay, you need to solve the problem, be genuinely helpful in solving the problem that they came to you for help with, and then you can get into the deeper problem that's more of the root problem that needs solved. Okay, and number 6 is this. Does your CTA match the thesis of your piece of content? Hear me out on this. So does the call to action, does what you're actually trying to get them to do, does it match the thing that you were trying to prove? The one sentence summary, the one sentence thesis statement, the one sentence say one stinking thing that your content is actually structured around. Now, let me give you some examples. Let's go back to the time management coach example. Let's say that you're going to help them, that your article is all about 10 ways to save time on your housework to spend more time with your kids. Great. They're looking to save time on their housework. So your CTA needs to line up with that, okay? Maybe you have a book on how to save time on your housework. Maybe you have a course on how to manage your home, okay? Great. So that CTA for that piece of content needs to align with the thesis. So it could be something along the lines of, are you ready to stop wasting time on meaningless housework forever? Jump into blah, 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 blah. Are you ready to save X amount of dollars a month on your grocery bill? Buy this grocery bill planning ChatGPT. I'm trying to not use like actual stuff that we've used with clients because I don't want to like give away their stuff for free and have somebody steal it, right? But does your CTA match the thesis? This is something that you can easily do within your content planning, because you already know, like when you're sitting down to plan out your content and outline your content, you should know where you're going with this. You should know what the point of the content is, what you're trying to market, what your, the paid CTA product is. And so it should be easy to tweak the sales language of that product to match the thesis. Now, obviously, be truthful, right? We're not calling something, we're not going to change what the thing actually does to match our thesis and, spin it unethically. But of course not. We don't want to do that. But what we want to do is we want to say, okay, this is the angle that this piece of content is coming at that's pointing to this product. So we want to make sure that this CTA matches what this content is actually talking about. And the 7th element of content that converts across any platform is it easy to convert? So I have a lot of stories about things that are not easy to convert. I was actually looking to do like a first day of homeschool printable thing for my kids. So we started homeschool for the year recently. And I just wanted some cute little homeschool printable that had a few elements, didn't have other elements. Like I just wanted to print the dang thing. So I found one on a website that I liked. I was like, yes, I'm going to get this. I am even willing to pay for it if I have to. I'm willing to sign up for an email list if I have to, whatever. Like just give me the dang thing. Y'all, I spent a solid 10 minutes trying to get that stupid printable. By the time I was done with it, I was so mad. I'm like, I never, ever, ever want to buy anything from these people because just getting a free download was such a pain in the butt, took so much brain power, and left me feeling frustrated with my experience, not excited about my experience. Now, changing up how your content purchase process works, like, or your product purchase process, how that works, like, I get that can be tricky. But you really need to work through it, because if somebody has to work really hard to buy from you, they're not going to buy from you. There are too many people out there doing what you do that make it easy for people to give them the dollars, that they're not going to work their butts off to give you their money. Is converting from that piece of content, whether it is converting to your lead magnet or converting to your paid product, is converting easy. Now, I realize the back end of purchasing, the back end of funnels, like it feels super complicated sometimes, if you're the one setting it up, but I want to encourage you, take some time and really try to streamline how easy it is for somebody to convert to your either email list or your paid product. Okay, I'm going to run through those 7 things again for you. Number 1, every piece of content that converts across any platform is going to have a good hook or a good title, okay? Number 2, a clear thesis, okay? Say one stinking thing. Be able to summarize it in a sentence. Number 3, do you clearly answer the question that your viewer, reader, or listener was hoping to have answered? Number 4, be brief, y'all. Be brief. Number 5, is it genuinely helpful? Do you solve the problem? Number 6, does the CTA match the thesis? And number 7, is it easy to convert? So I hope that y'all take this, make this a little note in your phone, and just use it for all of your content, because it'll take some of the brain work and the guesswork out of it, and it will help your content convert so much better across any and all platforms. We'll be back with you next week. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much for listening in today. Hopefully this episode gave you some really tangible tips for better SEO and marketing to get more leads and more sales from your website. If it did, can I ask you a quick favor? Would you please share this episode with a friend, and then just take 10 seconds and go leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. That is the very best way to help more Jesus-loving entrepreneurs scale their businesses so that they can help more people with their gifts and make an even bigger impact for the kingdom of God. And guess what? We now have a Facebook community where we can learn, hang out, and laugh. Go join the Facebook group now. It's linked in the show notes. And all the other things, courses, coaching, and copywriting can be found at my website, faithhannon.com. Until next time, God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.